Welcome back. Pop addressed the media earlier this week. He was asked how he got Manu to join the Spurs staff as a special advisor. Check it out.
I've never been one to give up a whole lot of personal information and locker room stuff, but his wife needed him gone.
Hey, man, I get it. Why do you think I'm here? In honor of Manu rejoining the Spurs, time to run it back to his top plays of his career. Number 5, over the head. A dime to Danny Green in 2014. Swish. Count all three of those.
Passer, man.
We forget how good of a passer Ginobili was. He was so underrated at playmaker.
On to number 4. And here are the acrobatics. A little circus layup here against Sacramento. Oh, come on, and the and one.
Hey, Perk, we also forget how great an athlete he was. And I'm guessing at some point he's going to bang on somebody because he would do that from time to time, too.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the young Ginobili, too. Look at the hair flop around.
I was going to say, we also forgot the great hair. Number 3, crossover dunk versus the Lakers. Get some. Come on.
Big guys there, too.
Brian Grant, I see there. Wow. Left hand slam.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Samaki. That ain't him.
Number 2, 2017 block versus James Harden here in the playoffs. Hello.
Block, man.
Finish the game.
Player. Unselfish. Did whatever was best for the team.
He was the sixth man. The preeminent sixth man. Number 1, 2007 dunk on Yao. Get this. Come on, big fella. Get some of that. Look at the Rockets bench.
Oh, with 2 hands.
2 hands.
With the little light chin up at the end. See him pull himself up a little bit.
Almost kick you out in the face.
I know Shane Battier. I know he's got to be sick watching that video still because he let him get that steal. There's no way that Shane is happy about that. Man, crazy stuff with Manu. Let's talk more about Manu and the Spurs. Ginobili has only been retired for 3 years, but the 44-year-old Argentinian just couldn't stay away. Or, as Pop said, his wife wanted him out. He joins Pop's staff in steering one of the youngest cores in the NBA. Let's take a look at what he's working with here. Olympic gold medalist Keldon Johnson, DeJounte Murray, who's a great young point guard, and Zach Collins are some of the highlights. Marc, how can Manu help Pop in this young core, which, by the way, includes Lonnie Walker IV, who's fantastic as well? I don't want to neglect him and the rest of those guys on this roster. But what do you think, Marc?
I think they should give him a Udonis Haslem role. Sign him, put him on the end of the bench, give him like one game, and but what he's going to help them most is like teaching them how to not listen to how Pop says things, but listen to the message.
Right.
I agree. And look, we have to realize that my new relationship with Pop, with Pop, in my opinion, from the outside looking in, was a lot different than Tim Duncan and Tony Parker, right? When you think of that big 3, because Manu role switched up every night. You didn't know if he was going to be a starter or a guy that came in off the bench. So he had a lot of times where he had to adjust his game. And I say that because it's going to be a lot of times where he could go and actually speak that language to that young core and those young guys on the bench and let them know, hey, Pop didn't mean it this way, or letting those young guys vent to him and he'd be able to tell them the truth. Hell, let's not forget, we understand he's a 2-time NBA All-Star, 6th Man of the Year, but he's also a 3-time champion, so he knows what it takes as well. So having a guy around like that to be able to speak that language is huge.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question. Those young kids between Manu and Tim Duncan got a lot that they can learn from those guys as great players in this league. So, Marc, thank you so much. Speaking of great players, you're a great teammate. Thank you so much for joining us today, man.
Yeah.
All right, appreciate you.
Take care, brothers.
All right.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.